ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. I'm talking about the Big Bang event. It was easily one of the coolest events we've ever gotten in all the Fortnite's history. But now, everybody's focused on Fortnite Chapter 5. We're gonna be playing our first match right here in this video. But first, if you don't hit the thumbs up button on this video, in exactly 111 days, whenever you log on to Fortnite, this will happen. No! But if you do hit the thumbs up button, in exactly 111 days, when you log on to Fortnite, this will be waiting for you. The choice is all yours, so choose carefully. And real quickly, before we play our very first match of Fortnite Chapter 5, the Big Bang Live event just went down, finishing up just a few hours ago. It was pretty hectic. It had a lot of server issues, with over 10 million people trying to experience it at the same time. Not everybody was able to actually get in, and a lot of people were stuck in super long queues. Thankfully, Epic Games addressed this issue and decided to rerun the event for a grand total of 2 additional times for anyone that missed it. The beginning of the event wasn't really anything that special at all, and was essentially a perfect recreation of the very first black hole event that we received at the end of Chapter 1. After that, however, we ended up literally traveling through the fabric of reality and into a totally new galaxy. However, before we actually arrived in the first galaxy, there were numerous different teasers about a bunch of future collaborations that happened in Chapter 5. Floating around in outer space, I'm sure you saw the very first one. It's actually a Fall Guys character that literally came flying right by your character's head. Now, there is a chance this is just referencing a Fortnite and Fall Guys collab that they did over a year ago in June of 2022. It was called the Crown Clash. Basically, you had to complete a bunch of challenges inside of Fall Guys in order to earn a totally free skin inside of Fortnite. Honestly, though, I don't think that's the case at all. Seeing the Fall Guy during the live event is probably Epic Games teasing an upcoming collab. Next up, at this very same part during the event, we're able to see another collaboration, essentially being a bunch of basketball hoops passing by your character's body, and each one of these basketball hoops actually had an official NBA team's logo on it. Just like the Fall Guys collab, we've seen this before in Fortnite. I've actually done numerous different collabs with the NBA, both giving us official creative maps and even official NBA skins. Once again, I'm 99% sure that this is teasing a new collaboration soon to come between Fortnite and NBA. This collaboration is more than likely going to be an official NBA game mode. I remember Epic Games announced in some weird presentation they literally did years ago that they were working on a basketball mode where you would literally get to play basketball almost as if it's NBA 2K inside of Fortnite. Clearly that never ended up happening, but it looks like it's probably just around the corner. Speaking of new modes, we finally got our very first look at the Lego world. This place was incredibly interesting, but if I'm being honest, still not really sure how the Lego mode is gonna work. Like, we were able to see a bunch of different scenes with some of the Lego characters building, interacting with certain things, and even one part where you could see it fighting a giant, like, Lego dragon. Kind of just gave me the vibe of like a massive open world creative island. Honestly, I'm okay with that and incredibly excited to check this out here in a bit. Moving on, our next new game mode is obviously the Rocket League world. That was probably my favorite new galaxy that we visited during this live event. It was absolutely awesome. This didn't just give us our first look at how the game mode's gonna operate, also all of the different controls. We literally got to drive the Rocket League cars around the map and do our very first official race. And I gotta say, I was a huge fan of the actual racetrack itself. Keep in mind, this is only gonna be one of the at least 10 different racing maps they're gonna have when Chapter 5 launches. And finally, the Rhythm World. This was definitely the most interesting part of the live event, and I can't wait to play this mode in Fortnite Chapter 5. Essentially, it was exactly what we predicted here on the channel. Basically, just being Fortnite's version of like Beat Saber or Guitar Hero. I don't know about you, but I didn't really enjoy the Eminem part of the live event. Like, I've always been an Eminem fan, but I honestly forgot how fast that man raps, and I don't think I understood more than like one word that he said during his little show. But that's neither here nor there, because the actual game mode itself is awesome. I think I even went on like a 25 note streak at one point during it, so I think I might even be good at this. That's enough messing around. Let's talk about Fortnite Chapter 5. And if you haven't already seen it by now, right now on your screen is the actual Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 1 trailer. The season goes by the name Underground, because apparently there's going to be 2 brand new factions introduced, one of them known as the Society, and the other being the Underground. The entire theme of Chapter 5 is essentially the Society went ahead and actually stole Peely, so Agent Jones and the rest of the members of the Underground faction actually going to do everything they can in order to get Peely back. Epic Games have actually came out with a bunch of teasers talking about Peely, aka the Lost Banana. You're even able to see a little missing Peely sign floating around in one of the galaxies, and that little downtime screen that you see once the event ends. On your screen right now, you can see a logo. Now, this logo is either for the Society or the Underground faction, but more importantly, Fortnite Chapter 5 will introduce so many incredible new things. Most importantly, and what I am personally the most hyped for, is the addition of the train. It looks like the train is essentially just going to continue around the entire Chapter 5 island non-stop. Players are even going to have the ability ability to capture or conquer the train. I assume this is going to grant you an amazing amount of loot, kind of like that giant floating island that spawned throughout all of Chapter 4. Personally, I never went there. I know if you were to capture it, you'd literally get a bunch of loot, assuming that the train is going to function pretty much exactly the same way. Something that isn't really nearly as interesting is the addition of the creepin' cardboard box yet again, except this time it'll actually be reskinned to be none other than a high-quality orange cardboard box, which is just fun. Now, if you paid very, very close attention during the trailer, then you probably noticed a few new awesome vehicles. The first was obviously the Rocket League Octane car, and this shouldn't come as a surprise to everybody. I mean, literally, we've already had the Octane car as a vehicle on the Fortnite island before, so it's not really new at all. Not to mention, we're literally getting a Rocket League racing game mode as well. So if hearing that we're gonna get a Rocket League car surprises you, then you're probably, well, I don't know, that's weird. Next up, we're literally gonna be getting a Lamborghini car. Somebody in my live stream chat said this Lamborghini is actually the Huracan STO. And I looked that up in real life. It literally looks insane, so seeing that in Fortnite is gonna be crazy. This isn't the first time we've seen a supercar added into Fortnite. It's been a few years at this point, but the last time this happened was with Ferrari, where we got like the 296 GTB added into the game. Wasn't there for that long, but it was incredibly fun to drive around the map with. Hopefully they re-add the Ferraris when they release the Lamborghinis. We can race Lamborghinis versus Ferraris in Fortnite, but it doesn't end there. A bunch of people noticed a brand new Jeep type vehicle. Everyone's been comparing this to the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. It is also a car in real life. However, right now, don't know if this is actually a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon official collaboration, or if it's just a vehicle that Epic Games kind of modeled around it. Isn't actually an official collaboration at all. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But what was even harder to find was actually this, being 3 different spray paints or sprays located and hidden throughout the trailer. Now, these very, very clearly actually depict the members of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which fits in perfectly since the season is literally called Underground. We all know that's where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live, literally underground. Epic Games actually teased this collab earlier in Chapter 4, where there was this one little manhole cover that looked super odd and even made a weird sound whenever you would look at it. But most important, ladies and gentlemen, we got our very first look at Peter Griffin. That's right, after years and years and years of there being rumors of him coming into the game, he is finally here. It looks like his normal style. It's gonna be an incredibly buff version of Peter Griffin. Now, this is actually based on one of the super famous episodes from Family Guy. I definitely don't think using this version of Peter Griffin was Epic Games' first choice. They just needed to make him taller, just in order so his skin would be the same size as all the other skins. Obviously, the only way to do that was to make him taller and give him some super big muscles. Otherwise, his character would obviously have a weird shape, and since all characters in Fortnite have the exact same size hitbox, they needed to do something drastic in order to get him to work. And also in the background of this little clip, able to see Peter Griffin's emote, being the bird is the word dance. Also revealed in this trailer was basically everything you could ever want to know about Chapter 5 Season 1, including so many brand new features, new weapons, and even weapon charms. Without a doubt, I think we're in for one of the greatest chapters we've ever gotten in Fortnite so far, which I think we're definitely due for. I don't know about you guys. Fortnite Chapter 4 didn't really tickle my fancy, and ultimately, I think all of Fortnite Chapter 4 was pretty seriously disappointing. So hopefully Fortnite Chapter 5 is better, ladies and gentlemen. Only thing we can do is really hope. I'll make sure to keep you guys up with all of the leaks that are still coming out over my Twitter account at HomeGamesYT. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys in Fortnite Chapter 5.